A truly outstanding coach as well as a leading advocate.
And enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. At this time, I'd like to bring forward Mr. Denny Freeze, Section 5 committee member, to announce the Hall of Fame members in attendance here this evening. Denny? Thank you, Denny. At this time, I'd like to bring forward structuring. He was crucial in blending two groups of athletes into one team at East High School and was the leader his teammates rallied around. He threw for 5 touchdowns in 2 playoff games in 1988 as East became the first city school to win the largest football class in Section 5, then ran the team on the court as the Orientals won basketball sectionals 4 months later. He was the first player to be selected to Section 5 MVP in both tournaments. The 3-year starter at quarterback and safety was the Times Union Player of the Year in football and basketball, as well as All-State in both his sports as a senior, including second team in football. He went on to play basketball at Colgate University before a knee injury ended his career. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2013 Hall of Fame inductee, Sean Johnson.
Can everyone indulge me a moment and say 55?
55.
Be loud, 55.
55.
We're football fans. One more time, 55.
55.
That's the drop in temperature from 88 to 33. I am overwhelmed and honored tonight. I want to say thank you to the Section 5 committee for the nomination and the selection. I don't know who I need to pay off for you guys letting me in the hall, but I am indeed humbled by this. To the fellow inductees as well. I'm a little uncomfortable. I've been a pastor for 20 years and author and traveled extensively, speaking to thousands of people. And doing so long, I don't typically get nervous. I'm a little nervous tonight because typically I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the Lord. And so tonight we want to give him honor. We thank him from whom all true blessings flow.
Amen.
And that's my 10 T-bone. As we know, football is the consummate team sport. It really is. In honors like these, with an individual, I come and receive this honor on behalf of so many who have helped me on and off the football field to be successful and have the success that I do have. From my days at Monroe, Coach Jerry Patty, who believed in me as a freshman kid, and always talked about me getting into Ivy League schools, and we were able to get them to come after us and want us to go to those Ivy League schools, and I appreciate Coach Jerry Patty. We went from there. I grew up in the 70s, so I watched the likes of Fran Tarkenton and Roger Staubach, who they were a bit impromptu when they played. They scrambled and bought time, and I would take 2 or 3 seconds and extend the play. I followed the game plan, but again, those were my patterns and those that I looked after. So I don't have a script tonight. I'm just going to go right from my heart. These next 4 minutes, I just like to thank some people. My mom and dad, table 25 back there. My mom is here, Barbara. She's filming back there. And my dad, some of you may know him, Herman Millen. He played for legendary Coach Panaggio at East High School as well as MCC. And I said I wasn't going to get choked up, but yeah, Bunny, yeah. He passed away in May of 2002. And so I appreciate my Uncle Errol, his little brother, being here with me tonight, representing me. My auntie, my mom, my sister, and cousins here tonight. My wife Tara is an 8th grade science teacher, could not make the trip, as well as my 4 daughters. Back there is a young man who I'm really, really excited to be here and to have him witness this. It's more so for him than for me. He's probably a better football player at age 10 than I was. I have the privilege of coaching him in 6 straight division championships. He plays quarterback and safety as well. And so that's Sean Jr. Yeah. And so went over to East, reconstruction, the city school district. And I don't know if John Moriella, I told John earlier, he made me a better ball player in ink than I probably was on the gridiron. But I don't know if he wrote it. Somebody wrote Johnson goes from rags to riches. At Monroe, we went 0-9-1. It's just as bad as it gets. And went over to East and was surrounded by great coaches and great teammates. I was not the tallest. I'm not the tallest. Almost maybe stat under 6'1" back 25 years ago, 180 pounds back then. And wasn't the fastest, the strongest, didn't have the strongest arm, but I vowed to outwork as best I can. When you beat the Jerry Everlings and the Don Santinis and Fairport and the Rush Henrietta Comets, strong programs, those kids played their hearts out for their coaches. I was just honored to be a part of Coach Craig Chilton, Bud Sims, and Jeff Slack, and some great teammates to help us rally and overcome those giants, those great programs. And so I'm here representing those guys, as well as Karen Ross. I want to thank her who helped me fill out all of those Harvard and Yale and Cornell applications. And without her, it'd been hard for me to get accepted in there, as well as my principal, Mr. Ed Cavalier, and the late great Sal Rizzo, who's my basketball coach and mentor. Just an honor. When I looked at, there's probably less than 100 players inducted, 16th annual, and I'm here. I saw last year there was a 91-year-old running back standing up here strong, and you guys elected me. I'm humbled. Thank you. We live in Orlando. Rochester is always home. God bless you.
Thank you. Our next inductee, you're there.
Coach Jerry Everling was correct. The next possession was critical. And he's moved to the Rush Henrietta 38 on Sean Johnson's 23-yard pass to Eric Small. Hey, here they are already. Here we said it's the most important possession of the game, and here they are on the 40-yard line, inside the 40. Showing the poise and confidence of an NFL veteran, Johnson directed his receivers and completed his 6th straight pass. A touchdown to Michael Thompson to tie the game at 13.
Sure. Big round of applause for everybody. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you. I don't want to leave anything behind. Thank you.
So how did it feel? I've never been to Paris in the spring or the fall. Hello. I've never been to India, no, 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 no. See the Taj Mahal, hold on. I've never been to Switzerland, no, no. Hey, see the Winter Games play. I've never been to New Orleans on Carnival Mardi Gras Day. Never been to London on a foggy day. Never been here gone the left lane. Hey y'all, all I really want is to make it to heaven. That's all I want. That's all I want. I declare that'll be good enough for me, because heaven is the place where I wanna be all of time. Yeah. Can I say it one more time? Hey. Never been to Paris. In the spring or the fall. Oh, never been to India. See the Taj Mahal. I've never been to Switzerland. No, 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 no. See the Winter Games play. Never been on a Carnival Mardi Gras Day. Never been to London on a foggy day. And then here come the little play. Yeah, y'all. All I want, I can make it to heaven. Oh, that'll be good enough for me, because heaven is the place where I wanna be. Somebody that's living right and believe you're going to heaven, let me hear you say yes. Let me hear you say yes. Heaven, but the streets are made of gold. Heaven, where strength can soothe the weary soul. Heaven, I'm gonna sit down in the crystal seat one day. Heaven, yeah, that will be good enough. I don't worry about fine clothes. I don't worry about gold and silver.